Well, we find ourselves on map 3 once again between Rooster and Mindfreak, reminiscent, of course, of their match yesterday. Not really what we were expecting, though, Pilski. I thought, at least for me, I was kind of ready to put map 2 in the book there for Rooster, but very nice comeback from Mindfreak and pushed it to the OT and won.
100%, and now they've kind of shown that, you know, they can beat Rooster on a variety of different maps. You know, it's only a lot of the time we look at these underdog teams and we say like, oh, well, if they get the right maps, they can win. But I was starting to see a bit more of a map pool from Mindfreak, even, you know, able to win on Mirage, which was Rooster's pick. Last time around, they lost Rooster's pick. And let's see if they can repeat their Overpass victory. It was actually a pretty decisive one, 13-7. In the favor of Mindfreak in the upper bracket. That is not particularly close game in MR12 format. So Mindfreak starting out on the T side, collecting some space in connector with 4 players over there. Chelios looking for a kill on the cross here.
Well, no info going to be going his way as he just decides to fall back into the A site instead. Mindfreak, for their own right, taking it slow and steady at the moment. Sooner or later, you'd expect a bit of util to get tossed here by Tux.
Yeah, looking like just a one-man A exec. The rest of the boys sent on in. Chelios still on his lonesome here on the A side. No rotates from the rest of Rooster.
Nope. And if 1 or 2 of these flashes land, then he's going to be in a bit of trouble. But so far, at least able to fire back. That doesn't land the shots that he would have wanted. You'd almost expect that will be the pistol for Mindfreak when you get into the A site that easily. But of course, when you're up against Rooster, it often tends to be a bit of a different storyline. And ASAP charging his way in will also lose his head. But Netic double dualies. He's got the dualies, rather. Needs a double kill, maybe even more than that with those to keep this round exciting. Lest it maybe be Mindfreak locking in another rematch against Greyhound.
3K from Supar, continuing his good form through from Mirage. Mindfreak last time around started CT side and it was pretty back and forth half, a 7-5 against Rooster's T side. But their T side was super good. They ended up going 6-2 and they've started out yet again good on the T side, this time in the first half instead of the second. This has gone well. Now an anti-eco gets a full save from the side of Rooster, who, you know, in this iteration of their team, definitely did play a little bit of Overpass, particularly against Vertex, who don't mind, or Bounties Kangaroos as they're now known, who don't mind a bit of Overpass. So it's definitely been a map that they mixed into their pool in the last year or a bit, year and a half or so. Started playing more often since mid to late 2022, I think. Prior to that, did not really have as good of a map pool or as good of results in the region. Definitely had their breakout year last year, going to Pro League twice.
Definitely want to see a nice clean anti-eco here from Mindfreak, and they're well on the way to doing that. Setting up toward the B site, which is completely undefended. This would be the perfect start for Mindfreak if they could get that 3-0.
Yep. Utils in all the right places, and they've spotted the flood out connector.
Yeah, info's on as well. Spotted a couple of those Rooster members, so pretty good idea that the vast majority of them are in towards short water now and potentially starting to look to filter their way in through Monster Tunnel. Shouldn't be any players going down here for Mindfreak. Certainly shouldn't be losing any of those rifles. I think for me, that's the pass score. If you get through with the 3 rifles, then all good. But ideally, every single one of these guns goes through the next round for Mindfreak. And good setup, pretty much going to ensure that that will be the case. Very well done. Fundamentals on display. And Rooster into their first gun round of the map. But like I said, perfect start for Mindfreak here. Would be a 3-0 lead. And they've got a couple of saved SMGs, which can still be useful here, considering 2 players don't have head armor.
A1S purchases. See what they're going to make use of these SMGs. Can sometimes kind of pigeonhole you into a quicker strat or doing some kind of set exit. In this case, grouped up towards B. It's looking like a B set play. Rooster set up very well to defend that though. 3 on the B bomb site with 2 in connector ready to flood. They've given up the A side of the map. Mindfreak will need some really clean entries to try to make this round work. Keeping an eye on Rackham as well. How will he use his reactive utility? He's got a full belt from ABC. The counter flashes and the util on short B used correctly. He's actually funneled that across to TJP, who can probably drop a reactive smoke up on barrel side or a molly on short. So Rackham's only really going to need to worry about throwing the counter flash once the B exit comes in.
ASAP ready and waiting at pillar, and the Molotov giving him the information as he hears that tickling at the feet of Mindfreak. He's going to bide his time, but is overwhelmed actually by danger, and TJP with a very wayward spray only gets 1 and eventually chased down by Forlex as well. Look at how low the Mindfreak players are, and yet they're still getting through this one. It's got to be another frustrating round for Rooster, but end of the day, they're probably just going to have to call the save here.
It's just crazy, isn't it? Like, usually you'd see these Rooster players mop up an exit like that with ease. You know, we're seeing whiffed sprays. We're not seeing the same multi-frag potential from these Rooster players that we're used to seeing, and Mindfreak is taking full advantage of that. They've just essentially won their bonus with a couple of SMGs. They've dropped 1 SMG. Supar can probably, even exactly that, upgrade to an AK. So they've actually gone +1 rifle after all said and done. Pretty much the dream starts at the T side on Overpass here. I'm getting very concerned about Rooster.
Yeah, so am I. This is, I think, why we were pretty confident yesterday that Bad News Kangaroos was actually going to be able to get the better of Rooster. Because we had seen that loss to Mindfreak, and we'd seen Bad News Kangaroos play pretty well against Greyhound.
Yeah,
But I think the win last night against BNK kind of restored some of the confidence, and now it's getting picked apart again by Mindfreak. So, again,
like
credit to Mindfreak.
got their number right now. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I mean, great day from Supar. Tux as well, pretty solid performance from him. DPR, I think, has been quite solid with the AWP too.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to find a fault in the Mindfreak lineup tonight.
I mean, looking at the stats, there really isn't one. Actually, Tux is... Or is this the last series? Yeah, Tux is actually -17 for the series, and the rest of the team are all even. Yeah, today.
What?
He had it because he had a really bad Anubis. He was -15 on Anubis.
All right.
And he was only -2 on Mirage. He had a good Mirage, though. But really, it's been Supar. +19, 100 ADR over the first 2 maps. He has been insane. Which, compared to the other series, he was in the series they won against Rooster in the upper bracket, he was -16. In this series, he's +19.
Well, making amends.
100%. Playing much, much better second time around.
Well, time ticking away in this round as well. 40 seconds left on the clock. Mindfreak not going anywhere quickly. They've still got 2 players outside of A, 3 outside of B. Util's getting tossed towards A at the moment, attempting to draw a rotation off of this B bomb site, but Rooster are very dedicated to staying here on B, and that's going to be the undoing of Tux, not to mention the bomb now spotted. ASAP does get that kill. Rackham holding onto short as well. And it's just a unfortunate setup from Mindfreak, really. Can't get rid of the Rooster players that they need to. Supar won't be the Superman for this one. He can't save this round anymore.
That setup just working exactly as intended. After time, down goes Supar. He's still got 6.8, so it's not going to matter too much that he didn't get any cash that round. But Rooster putting together a win in a round where they didn't have a lot. And the setup works exactly as intended. First player takes contact on the monster. Gets the first pick immediately. Molotov, the player who scales up short to try to trade those players outside a monster, gets caught by the player in water on the off angle. Every single angle working as intended for Rooster there. Mindfreak again. It's just BBB, isn't it?
Well, it seems to be, as a general rule, working out pretty well. That's a 2-for-1 entry. Back against Folex, of course. But there's always one more Mindfreak member ready to go, and this time it's Tux. So 2 on 4 for Rooster. And just when it starts to feel like it's gotten going, there's another blocker put in by Mindfreak. So it'll be 4-1.
That B timing was so crisp. The execute just completely catching off Rooster. The pace change from Mindfreak is absolutely beautiful there. Big 2K from Tux coming in on the entry with 4lex. And Rooster saving 2 weapons yet again. A glass cannon open and A1S. They've still got 2 loss bonus, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a single save because I don't think they're hard reset here. Yeah, 2.6, 3.5 for ASAP. Look, you could consider some kind of force here. You want to drop an A1S and a FAMAS. It's something that you could think about. And Rooster do often like to go for this mixed approach of 2 players forcing and 3 saving. Which ends up working out for them sometimes. Looks like they are indeed going to buy up here. And it's a decent looking buy. Mindfreak with plenty of cash. Another clean round. That's something they're doing really well. They're winning a lot of these rounds very cleanly. And they say, we're just going to keep going B until you can stop us.
Yeah, but
see
ain't
how
broke.
Rooster go this time.
Don't fix it. Folex is certainly doing work on those entries. The Max end this time able to find TJP's head and tucks the second man in. Also looking solid. It's Mindfreak just barreling through this B side at the moment.
That was a double entry. Folex and Tux.
At what point do they throw in a change-up, though?
It feels like Groundhog Day for Rooster right now. Get double entry by Folex and Tux at B. Go save. This B exec is worth its weight in gold, and now Mindfreak can condition Rooster if they want. You know, you can start to see some fakes come in. A little bit more difficult on Overpass to throw those early round fakes. You know, some other maps with shorter rotation distance, you could, if this B exec is working really well on Mirage, for example, you could definitely run fakes off of it. On Overpass, a little bit harder to do just because of how A is structured. It takes such a long time to progress through that part of the map to make an early round execute work as a fake. So we'll see what Mindfreak opt for. The B endings have definitely been working well, and that is going to start to plague the back of the minds of Rooster.
Is it B again from Mindfreak?
This time.
Maybe not.
Going to be con control and short B. So working the middle of the map heavily, and I actually like this variation of a default, given how well B has been working. Taking space in the middle of the map and towards B and taking connector off of the CTs is exactly what you want to do as the Ts here when the B ending has been working so well, because Rooster have no info towards B. Oh, they're even going to nade stack on the pillar, which is where they've seen ASAP play multiple times. It's just perfect calling for Mindfreak right now. And then straight into the B exec.
Yep, so well drilled, this Mindfreak team at the moment. Everything working in unison. The hit hasn't actually come in just yet. TJP still trying to hold on at Monster, and rotation's been pulled by Rooster as well. Mindfreak actually
They got a minute.
the cancel.
Their counter util was super good there for Rooster. And Mindfreak, they know they've got time here. Even if they don't take any space at A, like even just cutting noise is going to start to put some question marks in the mind of Rooster, keep the rotations a little bit honest, and instead of 4 on B here, Chelios has been forced to rotate back up to truck on A. Mindfreak Gas looking to slink back up connector. And like I said, this is where the B endings and the fakes are worth their weight in gold for Mindfreak, because they've gone for the B side default and worked that connector control, which gives them a plan B to work back up towards A. It's going to take a hero performance on the AWP from Chelios, but that's a great start.
TJP is able to get himself one over on the B bomb side and pretty much ensure that there's nothing happening down there, so that extra player on his way up. It's not quite quickly enough there, Nedic, and Cello had to fall off as well, so bomb plant was enabled. And it's a 3-on-3 post plant, which, again, favorable enough for Mindfreak here. They don't have any delaying util, to be fair, but similarly, Rooster doesn't have any util to get them back into this site. They've only got the one kit there for TJP as well. So they are going to have to be moving pretty quickly, and if TJP gets knocked over right here, then that might just be the round over and done with, because that defuse kit is in an awkward spot. And Chell has no time, and no head either. Tux reigning supreme, 6-1. Mindfreak are really doing this.
Yeah, this is domination right now on the T side from Mindfreak, which is exactly what we saw actually in that upper bracket game. They went 6-2. Didn't really seem to slip up at all against the side of Rooster. Rooster going for yet another kind of mixed bag approach here. Oh, dropped over by Rackham to Chelios. Hero A1S on ASAP. 2 players forcing, 3 saving. And Mindfreak switching up the pace. We've seen nothing but B endings. Then we saw a short B and connector default where they took map control over there. This time 3-1-1. Default towards A. Takes some space over there. It's kind of more of a standard play on Overpass that you'd expect to see in first gun round or when you're feeling your opponent out. Chelios not given an opportunity to go for a pick on the cross. Flash goes over long A, so that's some space for Mindfreak over in that part of the map. Smoke to front bathrooms. Molly to divider. Taking the halfway point in the map now as the T side, but with only a minute on the clock, they've got to decide what they want to do in the mid to late round. Sooner rather than later.
Another resmoke for Monster. Rooster cycling through what little utility they have left. TJP, to be fair, holding on to quite a bit down there on B, and so is ASAP, but up on A, it's looking pretty thin. Just the one flash here for Rackham. So if it ends up being an A hit, then Mindfreak might well be able to knock over Rooster again in yet another round. You do have some degree of presence up on this side of the map from Rooster. 3 players toward A. Chell needs the opening kill. Won't quite get it. Supar tickled, but not finished off, and ends up being 1 for 2. Mindfreak finding it a little bit more tough this time around. They haven't finished off Chelios until danger arrives, and Rackham into long picks up the AK and is able to make good use of that. It's just danger who, for 10 seconds, has a chance, and the spin was almost in. Imagining. I am, but it didn't happen.
Still though, that's not a clean round for Rooster. Although they didn't invest a whole lot in it, just 2 players forced up and 3 saving. It's still going to be an expensive one. They've reduced their loss bonus. They don't have a whole lot of cash in the back pocket outside of TJP. So the soft reset potential is there for a Mindfreak team who's been closing out these T-side gun rounds so easily that they just have so much cash to continue to keep the press on Rooster here. Again, it's a short B default. Danger gets water control. Mindfreak working their way up connector. Not really too much proactivity for Rooster. We haven't seen many contests of bathrooms or long A. The only time Roosters really fought A or the middle of the map was the connector setup. Triple nade to barrels this time. And there's a player playing there. TJ eats that. I think if that last HE nade didn't go on the roof, he'd be dead as again.
One of them just hit the corner, didn't it?
And the thing is that triple nade was into a B exec last time around. So that's sitting in the back of Rooster's minds. But this time, Mindfreak, it's a different variation. Short B default into the triple nade. They make their way up connector, start to take some bathroom control. The issue is, because they didn't run the A default, they don't have any control of long A, which means Rooster can play this pivot around long A, and Chelios is already shifting over there and gets an opening pick and a second.
Yeah, they've got to be doing a bit of a better job there against Chelios, but that was a good flash from Tux in the end to open it up, but still not enough.
Look at Medic, though. He's got that pick in bathroom, and they haven't cleared him out, and this is the issue with not running the A side default. Medic is just going to be a thorn in their side as the retake comes in.
Well, what's the plan from DPR and Tux? Not going to try to push in any direction. Maybe as a duo through the smoke onto TJP. That could definitely work. They needed to do something. And a couple of crucial duels being won by the Mindfreak members. Keep this alive. The dream for DPR. A 1-on-3. It's not going to happen. Another for Rooster. Only the 2 guns surviving, so money's still a bit of a problem, but it's starting to get clawed back by Rooster.
Yeah. Series continuing to deliver. Bomb plant, plus the cash that they've got, the loss bonus starting to stack up here for Mindfreak. Things never really get easier for Rooster, but at least they're putting some rounds together. Another chance at a soft reset here for Mindfreak. If they do get Bomb Plant here, I think they're going to be able to buy up into the next round, whereas if Rooster drop this one, they probably won't. So they can get a couple saves in. Danger straight into short B again. It's the water control with the connector walk. No triple nade this time around. This is a very respectful Rooster on Overpass CT side.
I think they've been forced to be.
Rooster characteristically a very aggressive team. And I don't think I've ever seen them take so few duels in the early to mid round as I've seen on this CT side of Overpass. This is definitely not really their style. Flash over divider. Mindfreak takes some bathrooms control. They still got Danger floating around in short water. Oh, DPR thinking about it.
Oh, the
Flash pushes Chelios off the line.
I like that
Again.
from Mindfreak. Like
Again, they've got no
room.
long A control though, Jordan. Like, again, you can see Netiquette sign wants to play the pivot.
Well, Chell feels like he's been a big problem. The flashes haven't really troubled him too much. This time he's being pushed back a little bit in toward Bank. Util's getting thrown in by Mindfreak. They don't have a huge amount of time for this hit though. They want to be clearing out Netic pretty early. And that has happened. 1 for 1 from Forlex. Timing from Danger onto TJP. It's been an ever-present battle that's been going back and forth. But the end result is Mindfreak. Bomb plant on A. 4 on 3. Do have the advantage in this round, and they're going to look to strike back yet another one.
You can't do. Rooster are going to get soft reset if they go for this. It's an open plant. They've got no smoke for the bomb. This is a save. 100%. They save these guns. Rackham and Chelios can drop, and it's another gun round in the next one for Rooster. They stack up the loss bonus. This is just the best way to min-max your economy, but Mindfreak are once again just continuing to show so much depth on this T side. The half started so well for them with all those successful B hits. Then they started to mix in different variations. Now they're starting to go towards A in the late round. Danger keeping them honest with the B lurk. This is just really, really great T side overpass from Mindfreak.
One more round right now from Mindfreak could almost seal the deal. 2.9k loss bonus. Still going to be enough there for Rooster, maybe, depending on how many guns they can save, but 8-3. Starting to sort of fall apart there for Rooster if that were to be the case. Already it's not looking good. Even 7-5 as the CT side on Overpass is probably not it. Mindfreak have a really good opportunity to continue to put the pressure on, and looks like they're going to go back to the tried and true. That Molotov hasn't really landed as intended though, so TJP's position, a critical one here for Rooster. And the nade landing right in his face kind of signifies that Mindfreak are still aware of that possibility. Counter util getting tossed out by Rooster to slow things down, but Mindfreak aren't doing anything too quickly. A little bit more of a methodical approach from them this time around, and covering off all the angles. It's a multi-pronged attack against ASAP that works out nicely. TJP missing a couple of crucial ones. And even if he had gotten that kill, he'd have been traded straight away, and it would have been a 1-on-3 for Chell, which feels impossible at this point in time. So it is the 8-3 for Mindfreak that we spoke about.
I mean, again, even though it's a B ending, it's like, it's a different variation, a different approach again. That Rooster puts Rooster in a really uncomfortable position. Like, before, the B endings were so explosive, it was straight up bridge. They were taking fights on the backside of site towards water. This time, they kind of just take control of short and, like, right side of pillar and just respect the reactive smoke from Rooster and the mid-side smoke. Bide their time until they can try to find the right time to scale out. Can Chelios stay alive with his orb? Danger puts him down. Nothing kept over to the last round of the half, and Rooster with 3 to 3.5k in the bank for most of these players are not looking too hot.
Would have needed a couple of guns saved for Rooster to really put anything too threatening together here. So in the end, no gun saved means 3 FAMASes, an MP9 and an M4. And a distinct lack of util. No defuse kit either. If the bomb plant goes down, that's a problem for Rooster. Pretty dire straits in the final round of this half. Could be a 9-3.
Exactly what we saw from Mindfreak against the Light Buy last time around. Seems to be their kind of low risk approach. Forlex walking into a crossfire at connector here. See what he can do. Chelios takes him out of the equation early on. Mindfreak now well aware that there probably isn't too much presence towards the A side of the map, and that's why you start to see a shift towards long A. Danger still trying to keep the rotations honest and apply pressure towards B, but with ASAP on this short B info line, you could start to see Rooster rotating across the map. Rackham making his way on over towards A. TJP has a little bit of a look at Monster and doesn't see anyone, which is why you can see Chelios bottom side ladder. Netics all the way up at bathrooms. Rooster have got a pretty good read on this round.
Yeah, Chell also pushing up the ladder is going to be right behind Danger. So if it doesn't go from bad to worse, I don't know what will happen, but somehow Danger gets the kill onto Chell and then Tuck's entry onto Rackham. Netics here to hold on. Bomb on its own. Tuck's needing those flashes to help him out. They're not quite going deep enough to catch Netic, who survives slow on HP and eventually falls at the hands of DPR's Tech 9. Danger's got that smoke down to keep ASAP at bay, and in fact, he's going to push past it. This is huge. Timing, though, not going to work out. ASAP was ready for it. DPR just has to force a plant somehow, and I don't really see him getting this one down. He is going to try to take the fight against TJP, but the round's unwinnable now. He can't get the bomb down. Fakes the plant, but ASAP knows what's up, so 4 to 8. Bit of a weird one. Mindfreak, though, still happy with the first half.
Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show me love. Don't give up on us, don't give up on us, don't give up on love. Don't give up on us, don't give up on us, don't give up on love. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show me
So here we are into the second half, and currently Mindfreak leading 8-4. They've made a big comeback on Mirage, and in fact a big comeback in this series after losing Anubis. The reverse sweep on offer, and a potential chance in that grand final. A rematch for Mindfreak, that would be, is on the cards. Rooster would not have been expecting this today. I certainly wasn't. Let's see if Mindfreak can seal the deal.
Rooster sizing themselves up a B execute. The setup from Mindfreak. 4 inside connector. Retake setup on the B site from Tux at ABC. Just looking to pick some heads if he can. Rooster storming their way straight through, running into CT and looking to try to take a duel with Tux here. He's got flash in hand, caught completely off guard. The rest of the CT's making their way up short B now.
Well, this is an absolute brawl. It's a blender, and it's Supar, the standout for Mindfreak today, that is going to have to try to clutch out the 1-on-2. He is certainly the player that could do it in the form that he's in right now, though the shots aren't quite connecting. We'll be able to get that reload off, and now Nedic in the 1v1 lands a sharp shot. So never mind. Rooster have got the pistol, and the job gets more difficult for Mindfreak now.
I mean, Supar didn't even see him on his screen, just saw like the elbow of Nedic for half a second and then just instantly died. Nedic and Chell once again kind of being the standouts here for Rooster, keeping them going against a tenacious looking Mindfreak who will have to take a single save for the time being. Last time around, Rooster, despite losing the pistol, still went 5-7 on the T side against Mindfreak in the upper brackets. So I think we can expect some decent stuff from their T side. Was the more successful of their two halves. So the fact that they've got 5 on CT this time around is not too bad of a shout.
Bit of a creep here from Mindfreak as 5. Unlikely to achieve a whole lot. So we'll have the customary holding pattern round where we're really just sort of waiting for things to kick off in the second half now. Rooster will get the bomb plant on 8 after having cleared that bomb site out.
The two MAC-10s going on journeys. Really looking to try to hunt down the USPs. DJ plants himself in connector. Rooster, through process of elimination, can start to realize that this is going to be a big flank in from the CTs, and they're already set up well.
There's the firing squad actually paying off. Supar's killed Rackham, and they've found Chell as well. So, bit of damage now being done. One of those guns lost was a Galil, which starts to become a little bit annoying for Rooster. Danger with the MAC-10, also trying to sound off. It's ASAP versus Danger. One more kill would be fantastic for Mindfreak, but they won't get it. Either way, they've done a pretty good job there with full USPs.
Oh, for sure, that's so much damage. Inflicted with a quick save on Mindfreak, and Supar even got himself a Galil at the end of the round. They're happy to hold on to that one. By coming through here for Mindfreak. And with all the damage that they've inflicted on Rooster's economy, it's a weird position. 1,400 loss bonus for Rooster, who have 3 players who are going to be broke next round. And will be put on a double eco. Probably force Rooster into a force buy, probably 2 rifle, 3 pistol if they drop this one. Be heavy pressure on connector. 2 players already over there for Mindfreak, but they've started to scurry out just as the T's make contact. Nedic has wallbanged Danger, spammed him through the monster smoke, I believe. So that's a fortunate way to find a first pick here over towards the B side of the map. Tucks in a forward position. Can hear everything going on in connector. And with Supar now spotting out the fact that no one's towards monster and the man disadvantage situation, I think you probably need to see some movement here because this A site hit is impending.
Yep, Mindfreak definitely well aware now. Chell is going to lose his life to DPR. The flash just didn't quite come through quickly enough, and DPR able to deal with those 2 1v1s. Does burn alive. The Molotov not quite quickly enough smoked off, but either way, he did a really good job holding the site and providing the opportunity for the Mindfreak players to rotate up. Tux has now been spotted out, and he'll be finished off, and Actually, the option is now open for Rooster to go back down to B, which Mindfreak are also aware of, and they're almost gambling will actually be the choice. But Rooster more than happy to stay in place.
It's good
They're
patience.
going to end A.
Yeah, they just walk straight into the A side for free. So Rooster avoiding the economic reset as the plant goes down on A. And with no kits on the side of Mindfreak, they are not even going to attempt this retake. Playing the long game. Still plenty more Counter-Strike to be played at 8-7. No matter who's taking this third map. So no use in throwing extra guns away for no reason. Good signs early on here for Rooster on the T side.
Yeah. That round was looking a bit touch and go for a moment. The kill on the Tux was the one that sealed the deal.
Terrorists win.
Ooh,
Job not yet done for Rooster.
they're forcing. Max loss bonus here for Mindfreak as well. So they buy up into this one. All comes out for DPR. Little light on the util here and there, particularly where flashes and smokes are concerned. But early smoke and molly over on the A side of the map and smoke to the back side of Monster. Rackham takes a little bit of damage. It's an A setup here for Mindfreak. DPR on that fountain line with a 2-man rifle setup towards long. And with a 3-1-1 showcased by Rooster here, there is definitely a pick on offer here. Not only in Fountain, that was not the pick I was thinking of. It's Rackham on 50 HP, who's almost certainly going to go down. It's DPR who picks him up as well. On the exit straight through bathrooms, man is just running around the map, AWPing everyone. Here's another one
even
for
know.
him, maybe.
They don't even know about Forlex, who is pushing long and getting so much information, so much space. Yeah, ASAP could cause a bit of a problem outside of A. But this position from Forlex, if the hold isn't good on B, should be the difference maker in the round. Catches ASAP. There's just no way ASAP's expecting a player there. And it's just TJP who, look, sometimes he can be a bit of a one-man army, but a 1v4, it's not feeling doable today for Rooster. Supar setting up in a position which TJP thought he'd already cleared. Makes an easy one for Mindfreak. 3 guns and a round on the board on the CT side.
TJ dropping shell and all, which is going to force Nedic to be without a rifle this round. Wouldn't have minded to see double rifle drop instead of AWP, but we'll see what Shell's going to be able to do with it. Big swing round either way, 1900, 2400 loss bonus, no cash for either of these teams. This will be a big one for Mindfreak to actually grab double digits, and that's why you get Chelios the AWP. After a big performance in the last round on it from DPR, Chelios instantly quiets him. Gives Rooster the man advantage in a critical swing round here to keep this one nice and close.
Once again, we have Tux forward position, taking control of Dirty Water. But ends up having to back off. And Rooster will slow things down again as well. Mindfreak just lacking information at this point. Gonna have to be wondering what on earth is Rooster up to. It's gonna be a resmoke for Monster, a little pop flash down there as well, but it doesn't really amount to too much for Mindfreak.
Nedic's going to go collect this AWP. He only had a P250 this round, and Connector's been thoroughly cleaned out. So there you go. AWP picked up for him and a smoke, and in the meanwhile, Rooster waltzing into a open A site. Forlex, he's letting them know, you know, not much I can do from this position. They're just going to 4-man save with 2.4k in the bank account of Forlex. That's a pretty easy drop heading into that next round. And I think Mindfreak have still got a fair bit of loss bonus built up. Somewhere in the middle, 2.4, 2.9. So especially in a swing round like this, where the consequences of losing too many guns are very dire, I'm very much unsurprised to see 9 players alive. Neither one of these teams wanting to take too many risks in a make or break game like this one to head through to the grand final. I'll tell you what though, Jordan, whoever makes it to that game against Greyhound has definitely been put through their paces.
Yep. Well, they get an hour off, regardless of when this game ends, because the next game was scheduled to start at 8:30, but they'll be given at least 1 hour.
Interesting. Rooster not going to double AWP on T side. Just going to shoot it out of the map. Well, that's surprising,
yeah,
especially given the fact that they've got Galils in play.
True.
Quick connector control here for ASAP. It's a 3-1-1 yet again. Medic putting out the Molotov in short and nading the boost, making it look like maybe the T's have taken some short control. Supar. Don't know if he spotted out ASAP there, but DPR, he's really getting warmed up. And I'm not surprised, because if you look at the stats of the upper bracket game on Overpass, you have DPR 23 kills, a 1.8 rating to win Mindfreak the game. So he kind of went ham on the AWP there.
City side overpass, you definitely do want your AWP to be having an impact there. Now it's down to the players on the B side to do just that as well. Danger. He's been spotted out courtesy of that kill on Anetic and will be taken apart by TJP, but even still, Mindfreak doing enough on B to ensure that this round is still looking quite healthy. There's another one for DPR. And 4X can't quite get the better of TJP despite a favorable duel. But still a lot for TJP to do, and this will be an easy timing, you think, from Supar, as he just peeks on the plant. And 10 to 8, the lead grows to 2 once again. Mindfreak still keeping their noses in front. And again, a bit of a weird sort of money position here for Rooster, with Nedic being at 1,500. It's giving them a lot to think about.
Yeah, they're going to force around it though. Looking at the stats from the upper bracket game, 16 and 6, 113 ADR on the CT side with a +3 first kills for DPR. So I think CT side overpass on the AWP. It's kind of Groundhog Day here for Rooster playing against him. Seems to be giving them a lot of issues for the second time here. Quick short B control here for Rooster, looking for a B timing after some slow defaulting. Will that catch Mindfreak?
Comes the util from Rooster, and the response so far is very good from Mindfreak. One for each of the defenders on the B bomb side, and Supar is still alive here as well, alive and kicking. And that's given Rooster a bit of a pause for thought. Shell's going to throw a flash over the top. He's holding onto the bomb, scurrying around outside a monster. ASAP's in there trying to get anything done, but hasn't really found a target just yet. And in the meanwhile, Mindfreak rotated their players down, so this is going to be a tough one to make work for Rooster. Not quite getting the shots across that they need. And Chell, he may attempt a bomb plant here, but Supar surely able to deny it if he does. Dancing around behind that smoke, covered off by DPR. Nothing really happening in this one on the 2-on-3. And 4X is just playing with ASAP as well. That's got to be a tilter.
Oh, and that breaks the money of Rooster, Jordan. They had 1,900 loss bonus at 11-8 Mindfreak. With the reverse sweep, I'm going to beat Rooster for the second time here in the Chengdu qualifier. And that raises so many questions looking into 2024 here for the Oceanic domestic scene. I absolutely love what I'm seeing from Mindfreak. Anti-eco on the cards, and then they just need to put one more in. Borlex playing with confidence. Hands over a rifle to Rooster.
Yep.
HE gonna pepper them down a little more.
What I will say is we were really waiting for a while to see what this Mindfreak experiment would eventuate into. It was no doubt that you could kind of see where it was supposed to go and what it was supposed to be able to achieve, and now it finally feels like They're actually finding some of that success that we had hoped would actually bear fruit.
And you know what? Look, I got a tweet to read from Tux in a minute here, but we'll see. We'll give Rooster the benefit of the doubt. Bigs are up here. Smoke goes to bathroom side. There's 3 players on this A side. Look at the info push from Tux. He knows nothing's going on in B. So it'd have to be some sharp shooting for Rooster to get back into this one. That's a cute little pop flash for you guys in the stream. Haven't seen that one before.
What a fantastic day for Supar as well, by the way. Another really stellar performance, 18 and 8. I guess at this point, Mindfreak just got to make sure they don't rest on their laurels, because this game is not over yet. But they're certainly making it pretty close to being done. This should be the 12th. Medic is going to fall. And 1 round away is Mindfreak from knocking Rooster out as well.
Yeah. And I mean, let's look at this. Tux 403, November 6th. Real trash series from us over the last week or so. GG's to Vantage. We have a lot of belief, and we're very excited to see where we are in 2 months for the RMR quals. So that was the end of 2023. And clearly these guys have put in a lot of work for the RMR, and now this Chengdu qualifier, you know, you're seeing the result of that.
Yep. Didn't quite come together at the RMR qualifier. I mean, they did well there, no doubt, but...
I mean, better than they were doing in last year.
Yeah, but it's been this Chengdu qualifier, I think, that Mindfreak have really been able to put their name up in lights. And now it's just a case of sealing the deal. 1 more round, that's all that's required. It would be back-to-back series victories against Rooster. And a rematch against Greyhound in the grand final, the qualification match tonight. It's definitely going to be a tough ask for Mindfreak, but even still, the fact that they would even make it there would beat out everybody's expectations, but perhaps their own. Still, there is that 1 round to get, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Forlex lurking around in the bathrooms, very isolated at the moment. He's going to receive a flash, but it didn't catch Rackham. There's another flash over the top, but it was too late. So this round gets a bit more difficult for Mindfreak.
Bathrooms controlled. Taken. No big info pushes here for Mindfreak. Still just 2 players on this A side trying to hold things down and throw some reactive utility, but it's not going to be good enough. ASAP just scales up with the flashes at a picture perfect from Chelios, and that round looks a little too easy for Rooster.
It's always that final round that seems to be the hardest to get over the line. How often do you see a team get 12 and then just go straight on to 13? I feel like it's always like you hit 12 and then it's like another couple of rounds and then you finish it off. Hopefully for Mindfreak, it is only going to be a couple of rounds. Otherwise, yeah, we might start to get into that overtime territory.
I mean,
is there a chance that Rooster can do that too?
We've already seen some kind of shenanigans like these from BNK, for example. Thought that Inferno game was done and dusted.
Terrorists win.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And look, the 2 guns surviving. That was minimum loss bonus for Mindfreak. A couple of the boys double eco. So those 2 guns surviving makes a pretty big difference in what they're able to put together here. You know, instead of looking at MP9s, FAMASs, and a couple of pistols, we've actually got a fair few rifles around the place. Would love for Forlex to have some armor here. But look, you can't have everything you want. And for some people, that's a little harder than others.
I guess so. Plenty more bites of the cherry, though, available to Mindfreak if they can't convert it here. I mean, they'll have at least another 2 more rounds to play with, though.
I mean, only
money's an issue.
1 gun round, and I don't know if, unless they save the AWP multiple rounds, if they're going to have enough for an AWP. I think DPR's done really well to keep $1,000 in the back pocket for that gun round at the end of the game if this doesn't go well. B hit looking very dangerous here from Rooster, because Mindfreak don't have many players on B, and they don't have the reactive utility to stop this exit, really.
Nope, it would have all been on to danger, but TJP will take his head off through the flash and could even almost argue that Mindfreak would be eager to save their guns from this point. Tuck's got 1 kill on the ASAP, but straight away you could tell that the save call was going to come through.
Yeah, 100%. Should just be a save here. Max the money as best you can. And
Is
Rooster,
there-
I mean, not a team you want to give opportunities to. They're not playing
Yeah.
particularly well here in the Chengdu qualifier. But they definitely have the experience to win a series like this and grind it into the grand final against a Greyhound. Cannot forget that Rooster is a team that's attended multiple overseas events now.
Terrorists win.
Another twist and another turn maybe for this series?
Yeah, what do you do in this situation? I think good time for attack for sure. To really just discuss and decide how you want to min-max your money in this situation. You need to make the best out of these rifles. I want to see DPR. He's been fantastic at finding opening picks. I want to see DPR look for that clean opening pick. I really want to see some kind of cheeky use to these players with the USPs. Boost on ABC, maybe even a triple boost with a rifle looking into short B, or a boost up on map on A. Some unconventional little spots. With the slow default towards the A side of the map, I wouldn't even mind seeing like a progression smoke on party with a boost right on top of the balloons. Put a rifler up there. Just chuck something a little crazy at Rooster in a round like this, because you're going to buy in the next anyway. Is that the triple? Oh yeah, boost on the AWP. I'll take that as well to disrupt the B default. It's not going to catch anyone though.
Not yet. How long is he going to hold on to it?
Ooh, yes.
Long enough to get shell.
That's just beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
So, one piece of the puzzle falling into place. You got 4 more to find. Forlex with a Famis on long. I'm not sure I want that.
I mean, I honestly just wanted to see that double dink just connect, you know?
Boom, boom.
That's another cheeky little boost with the USB to have a little bit of a look into short B, maybe try to further extend the advantage.
Well, looks
Rooster.
like Rooster do want to end toward B.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of space out monster here as well.
Tux has the M4. Get the util tossed in by Danger.
No. That's nice, gone completely awry.
Danger will fall, but Supar and Tux are still here to defend, and still the numbers are favorable for Mindfreak. DPR has set himself up on the line as well, and Tux gets himself one more. It is now just down to Rackham, and there seems no hope of saving the day here, but already a quick 2-piece. A 1v4, is that what's on offer for Rackham to keep the dream alive for Rooster, as he'll creep his way forward and might just catch Supar on a timing. A 1v1 now, and DPR will seal the deal. It's Mindfreak 13-10 as they secure their second victory in as many days over Rooster, and they'll get themselves into that grand final against Greyhound.
Really, really well done. You've got to give massive props to Mindfreak, who have clearly put in a whole lot of work over the break heading into 2024. I mean...